Do you like unique arts? We are not talking about indecent words and all kinds of symbols in city walls, but about realistic pictures painted by talented artists from all over the world right under the open sky. They might be monochrome images, Banksy style, or awesome 3D paintings that literally transfer viewers to another dimension, making them feel like computer games heroes, or like Gulliver in a city of giants. If you thought your arts were cool, your mind is going to be blown when you see these works of art. Here are top 10 amazing and unique artists that you won't believe exist. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. Valeriano Fatica. From giant wheels of Parmesan cheese to watermelons and even truffles, it seems that there's no solid food that talented artist Valeriano Fatica cannot sculpt into an incredibly detailed artwork. Valeriano Fatica developed an interest in the arts from a very young age, but spent most of his time helping at his family's restaurant in Orotino, Italy, so he didn't have time to experiment with traditional mediums. Instead, he started expressing his artistic talent with what he had on hand: fruits and vegetables. Today, Fatica is considered one of the world's best food artists, and has several achievements to his name, like becoming the world's first and only truffle sculptor, and creating the world's largest watermelon carving. Later on in life, the self-described painter, sculptor, performer, and carver of fruits and vegetables went to art school, but dropped out after only 1 year, calling it a waste of time. Fatica says that watermelons remain his favorite medium, but he can work with virtually any solid food, including Parmesan cheese. Alan Chen. Looking at the artworks below, you could swear they're the charcoal drawings of a talented artist, but they're actually not drawings at all, but hair paintings, and they're handmade not by an artist, but a skilled hairdresser. Alan Chen, who works as a hairdresser at the XB Hair Professional Salon in Changhua, China, recently became an internet sensation in his home country after photos and videos of his incredibly detailed hair paintings went viral online. His latest masterpiece, a hairy portrayal of Romance of the Three Kingdoms heroes Liu Bei, Guan Yu and Zhang Fei, has been massively shared on Weibo, and videos of the young hairdresser carefully arranging the hair trimming to create the three characters have already been viewed millions of times. And looking at the quality of these artworks, it's easy to see why everyone is so impressed by Alan's talent. He first outlines the designs, then proceeds to fill them, making sure to adjust the amount of hair he spreads to create shading and the illusion of depth. He uses his hands as the main tools, but for the finest details he will arrange the hair with a credit card. Speaking about how he got started with hair painting, Alan said that he was just looking for other ways to express his creativity, and was inspired by the art of sand painting. Lala Mamidi. Lala Mamidi is an acclaimed food artist with hundreds of thousands of fans on social media, but few people know her career began as a way to make food more appealing for her son. While most parents discourage their children from playing with their food, Australian blogger and food artist Lala Mamidi has literally made a career out of making edible toys for her son. It all started one day when she decided to mold her 3-year-old son's spelt pancake in the shape of a lion to make it more appealing. He loved it, and, inspired by his reaction, Mamidi continued experimenting with food art. After posting some of her best works on social media, she learned that her son wasn't the only one who loved food sculptures shaped as popular cartoon characters and various celebrities. She now has over 150,000 followers on Instagram alone and works with some of the world's biggest brands. While the 35-year-old Australian is now a well-established food artist, she still uses her talent to bond with her son and convince him to eat healthy. When selecting the ingredients for her edible artworks, Mamidi usually prioritizes unprocessed and nutritious foods like kale, chia seeds, spelt or salmon. Rob Farrell. When you go to Rob Farrell for a haircut, you know you're in for something really special. The professional hair artist can sculpt logos, designs, patterns and even celebrity faces on a head of hair. He runs his own salon called Rob the Original Barber Shop in San Antonio, where he works his magic every single day. At first glance, some of Farrell's customers look like they've got stuff painted on the back of their heads. But take a closer look and you'll realize that it's all hair. Super talented Ferrell discovered his special gift only 8 years ago when a kid walked into the barber shop he worked at and asked for a small little swirl. Ferrell's clients had to bring him images of the portraits they wanted, but now, with the help of modern technology, he can just look up the image on his phone and sculpt it freehand, using regular tools like trimmers and clippers. Jonah Hedrick. The intricate leaf art is the handiwork of Sacramento native Jonah Hedrick, a counselor at the university's Student Service Center and a prospective fall 2018 recipient of a Bachelor of Arts degree in philosophy. As the golden leaves fall from the balding trees, Hedrick takes a rake around campus in the late afternoon to carve out complex designs, something she's been doing since 2013 as an annual gift to students when final exams loom large. With a background in art and landscape design, Hedrick draws inspiration from rock arrangements by famed British environmental artist Andy Goldsworthy, whose sculptures have been featured everywhere from the National Museum of Scotland to Stanford University. As her images illustrate, some of the designs take the form of spirals and circles, while others morph into intricate mazes and honeycomb. Each one takes roughly 3 hours to complete. To celebrate Thanksgiving, last month, she shared a snap of the famous interlocking yin/yang symbol. She captioned it, "Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. A little reminder to keep balance in your life." Roman Boutin. Looking at the work of Russian artist Roman Boutin, it's easy to see why people consider him a master at hand engraving coins. But what most people don't know is that many of his masterpieces also feature jaw-dropping mechanical surprises. One of Roman's latest creations is a prime example of why people are so blown away by his skill. It's a silver dollar featuring the detailed carving of a knight and woman looking at a indentation on a wall. In a video posted on his Instagram, the artist reveals that the knight's sword is actually removable and can be inserted into a little notch on the edge of the coin to slide open the wall indent and reveal a golden chalice. And this is just one of the cool things that Roman Boutin has made over the years. Another impressive artwork in Boutin's portfolio is the Gold Bug, a special piece inspired by Edgar Allan Poe's The Gold Bug, and carved from 2 Morgan dollar coins from 1921 and a $5 gold coin from 2015. Roman Boutin has carved over 50 custom coins, but also specializes in cigarette lighter carvings, some of which are simply breathtaking. Rangnicka artist. Most of us have trouble painting something decent on the largest of canvases, but true artists can unleash their talent on pretty much anything, even leaves. Case in point, Indian artist Sandesh S. Rangnicka, who paints detailed works of art on fragile skeleton people leaves. Rangnicka learned the ancient art of people leaf painting from his father, acclaimed artist Sadashiv G. Rangnicka. Fascinated by his father's skills, Sandesh started sneaking into his art studio when he was 10 years old and slowly but steadily mastered the traditional art form. He always made sure to leave the studio before his father came home, so he had no clue of his son's artistic talent, and the first time Sandesh shared one of his early works with him, he was impressed. So much so that he encouraged the boy to use his paints and brushes from then on, which Sandesh says gave him a huge confidence boost. To get an idea of how difficult and time-consuming Rangnicka's art really is, you first have to know about skeleton leaves. Jess Ricks. Jess Ricks has been tattooing since 2005 and specializes in a wide range of styles, from realism to nature pieces, but it's a geometric 3-dimensional optical illusion tattoos that really get people talking. Some of his works are so trippy that you could swear you're looking at a fantastic world underneath a person's skin. In most of his incredible tattooed optical illusions, Ricks uses geometrical shapes like hexagons and cubes to remove pieces of skin from his subjects and reveal the colorful world beneath. However, his art and skills are constantly evolving, as shown in some of his latest works, which feature windows inked onto his subjects through which you can see the universe beneath their skin. The New Hampshire-based artist is obviously a master of the trompe-l'oeil technique, and some of his tattoos are so insanely realistic they can be kind of creepy to look at. As you can imagine, pulling off this sort of tattoos requires a great deal of time and concentration, which is why Jess Ricks opened up his own private tattoo studio, where he can work with clients one-on-one without distractions of a busy tattoo shop. Mom Bakes Bread Drawings. This bread will definitely make you rethink the whole no carbs diet thing. Tokyo-based baker under the name of Connell Bread hides beautiful art inside loaves of bread. Inspired by her son's drawings, nature designs, and Japanese art, you can find everything from flowers to fruit to her son's pictures inside the loaves of bread. The best part? These artistic masterpieces are made with natural flavors and colors, such as spinach, cocoa, and beetroot. It's not completely clear how she makes this artistic bread, but it's something like rolling Deko sushi. Long pieces of colored dough are carefully positioned and then rolled into a round loaf. But let's not forget that the dough eventually puffs up into larger shapes as it bakes, so the baker needs to plan for the way the mixture expands. This mom known as Connell does not limit herself with bread. She also makes Deko sushi, beautiful cakes, and cute lunch boxes. If you'd like to try these bread recipes for yourself, the baker has also published an illustrated book on how to make such a colorful loaf of bread on your own. Japanese recipes have never seemed so fun. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. With this being said, let's begin.